It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm currently on the toilet. Um, Very transparent, I know. And I have been watching mukbang videos like all day. And today's just been a really hard day for this fast specifically because I, I just miss eating my food. And not necessarily even like non plant based food, just like food, like cooking and all that stuff. Um, and I kind of cheated today, but not in the way you think. I didn't cheat and like eat or break my detox whatsoever. Kind of cheated and not eat, and like kind of chose not to eat today. I think all I ate today was some oranges, the prune detox, the morning flush, and then the mucus cutter and water. Like that's all I wanted. And it's not that I was not hungry. It's that I just didn't want. I just didn't want what the detox had. And it sounds so crazy, I know, but like all today, like it really started yesterday because I was just watching a whole bunch of vegan. I can really see the vein in my feet. That's kind of interesting. But I was watching different vegan channels and what I eat in the day, those, or what I eat in the week, how I meal prep, that type of shit. And it started there because I was really just collecting a whole bunch of recipes that I wanted to try because, like I said, I really want to get back on plant-based. And I know as long as I have enough choices, um, that it would be, the transition would be really easy for me. So, then it turned into like vegan mock boy, and it really started with Cheap Lazy Vegan. She does like this Monday mock bound. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It doesn't matter. But essentially, what it is eating large quantities of food in one sitting. So it would be like eating 3 to like damn near 10 times the amount of one serving. I've seen everything from eating 20,000 calories in one sitting, like 9 things of, ramen, 9 servings of ramen. So people do it different ways. And it's really interesting to see what people think a lot of food is. Because some people, especially a lot of vegan people, it is a lot of food, but not in comparison to what I saw otherwise. So for a while, I was just doing vegan mock boys and really just ramen and pasta because apparently that's what I want, I guess, is ramen and pasta. And then I kind of just made the search everything, and watched, I think her name is Hungry Fat Chick, Candy. I watched Nick Avocado. I watched a few people online. Um, and then I realized that's how crazy my relationship with food is. I spent a whole day deciding not to eat to watch other people eat. I just want you to hear the psychosis about that. I spent the whole day avoiding eating. Literally low energy, laid in my bed because I had low energy and I just didn't feel like moving and doing much. It's Sunday here. Or now, I should say. You don't know where here is. But yeah, I chose not to eat, to watch people eat. And when I say I watched a lot, it was like excessive, like pretty much the whole day, watching different videos. And at first it was just really interesting, I realized I'm not the only one that does it. But apparently, like when I was looking in the comment section, a lot of people actually end up when they're on fast and detox, watch other people eat like it's a natural thing. And I think it's like the illusion of eating without actually eating, because I was salivating for sure, not like drooling, but definitely salivating, um, and kind of fantasizing and visualizing. And I think that's what I really found myself doing there. Um, but then it made me realize not how bad of a relationship that I have with food that I really need to get a hold of, but just the culture around food and how excessive and honestly scary it is. Like, after a while, some of these people, like, just looking at them, one, a lot of them look sick, especially people who do it like religiously. Um, like, you can see the weight gain, you can see the deterioration, you can see the sunkenness in their eyes. Because a lot of time it's not like healthy food. Like, like I said, there's vegans that are doing it and just like, we're gonna pig out on healthy food, and it's like, yeah, it's a lot, and that's still not the best, but you're still making choices for electric alive food. So like, I think you're in the clear, but a lot of the people, it's fast food. It's not even like a restaurant. And I think that's what like blew my mind, that people were pigging out on Popeyes and McDonald's. And that kind of just, yeah, that just kind of blew my mind. Because even when this one guy, we kind of got upset because he got wings in his 8-piece, and it was like 2 wings, and he really tripped out. And I'm like, if you really wanted to be that specific, you could have not eating at a fast food restaurant. Like, these people are not servers. They're not, they're literally, there is a recipe that they stick to, and they, like she said, I'm gonna try, but she can't guarantee nothing for you because it's a fast food joint. In and out, you gone, like, literally. And I hope I wasn't holding the mic. Hold on. What I really realized is, more so than how they looked, is that even though they're like, it's so good, I don't really feel like they were enjoying the food. You know what I'm saying? I feel like once you get to a certain point of eating, it's no longer enjoyable, especially when it starts to hurt. I'm just one of those people, I don't like to be super full. I hate it because it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like, I'm not a person you take to a buffet, because I'm going to eat exactly the same amount I would eat if we were not at a buffet. So, I kind of got over like that. I think every kid after church, you go to like Ryan's, back when that was a thing, or like Golden Corral, and you really try to eat, and because it's a buffet, it's all you can eat, and you're like, oh, I'm fascinated. As a kid, I tried, and I'm not one of those people. I can eat a lot of food, but not like in one setting, and I think that was the fascination with me. But like, after a while, it doesn't look like they're even enjoying food, and it made me realize that, like, what gluttony actually looks like, and excessiveness. Like, you can enjoy food and not be excessive. And I realized that I've confused the two. Like, wanting to have like spreads, and right after I'm eating, I need something sweet, just, or courses, and not realizing the pleasure you really find in the food is like the exclusivity, I guess would be the best word. Like, not being able to always have it on hand. So when you do get to have it, you really truly get to enjoy it. But if you're always eating like that, it's no longer fun. I don't know. Like, none of the people, after a while, they just did not look like it was that appealing. It looked like they were just stuck in a cycle. And it looks like a lot of them, from their eyes, look like a lot of them are stuck, you know, or trapped within themselves. And seeing their progression, seeing them slowly become unhealthy, and how people are encouraging it, it kind of made me realize, like, you really just have to do things for yourself, because there are whole channels dedicated to like self-destructive behaviors. And I'm not here to knock anyone. Do you? You got one life to live, at least in this go round, and live it the way you please. But I don't know, after watching it today, I watched it until I became disgusted with it. I think that's my Virgo energy. I literally watched it until I was like, enough! Like, this is ridiculous. Because I started feeling bad. Like, one of the videos, I guess there's a heart attack grill, and I want to say it's in Las Vegas, but I really don't know. But they went, and literally people over, I think, either 2 or 350 got to eat free, and they cook everything in lard, is what they said. They literally, their vegan menu was literally a pack of cigarettes. That was the joke. The joke was also that they gave you like a hospital gown. Everyone wore like nurses outfits, and um there was like the owner wore, a doctor outfit. If you didn't finish your food, you got a paddling. They served wine in like an IV drip. They served shots and syringes. So it's very gimmicky, and it's brilliant, honestly, because this is Western society. So that's gonna, people always want to try it. And then they have like this 20,000 calorie burger by itself, the burger. And then these people also proceeded to order like chili cheese fries. The woman ordered like a buttermilk chocolate milkshake. And I'm just watching it. And at first, of course, it's good. Like, because you're probably really hungry. You probably saved up to not eat anything. Now that's what you're eating. But just them proceeding and like seeing them get visually, physically full and still eating. I don't know. It made me want to address my own issues with my food, for real. Like, I'm not even judging you. I'm judging myself. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm watching people eating, and I'm not even doing the detox the way it should be done, because I don't want to eat what that is. I want to eat my own food. And I opted to, instead of actually eat food, watch people eat food. That's kind of weird, but apparently I'm not the only one, so I feel less weird about it. You find so much interesting stuff on YouTube. I was on the darkest side of YouTube. And I really thought that, tomorrow's day 8. So I really thought that I would pretty much on Thursday do the most. Like, go all out, eat the way I want. Not, I'm still plant-based, but like, I really wanted ramen. Like, I still want ramen. But like, just watching that, it reminded me that your body truly is like a vehicle, and how you treat it is how it treats you. And just watching this lady, like, her arms were huge, her veins were pulsing up, like she had growths on her arm, and she just continued and continued. And I think it's also like, she has an OnlyFans, and I guess, there's chubby chasers, so kudos to you. But it's kind of funny that your vehicle will tell you when it's had enough, like when you're doing the most. Like, her breathing changed, like, literally winded from eating. Even that other guy, he like went, because he was vegan at one time, and I guess he converted back, which happens, often, but he went from that to the extreme. And I kind of felt like that's what I did, like, for real. I think that's why it was like, trigger. Because that's kind of what I did. I went from being like super plant-based, super clean, super healthy, super, planny, super like spiritual. And then when I like went through my crisis, I literally did the most. I ate things I never ate. I ate more food than I normally eat. Like, it just became out of control. Like, every meal I had to be like top notch. It had to be the best meal that I could think of. And it's just like, no, like, that's not how this works. Like, should all your food be top notch? Of course. Should they all taste delicious? Of course. But I don't have to eat everything that comes to my mind. Like, I don't have to have like an egg and cheese biscuit in the morning, then some burrito tacos for lunch, and a Philly cheesesteak for dinner. That doesn't have to be a thing. That wasn't me because I've never been able to eat like that because my body reacts to oil really. My body reacts to air and oil really weird. So like if I chew gum, that's why you most times when people give me gum, they either get mad at how I eat it or I just refuse because I literally chew it for 1 minute and spit it out because constantly chewing and not consuming food, for some reason the air gets trapped in my stomach and it's like the worst pain ever. And then same thing with too much oil. If I have too much oil in my body, I'm literally in tears. So I've never been able to do like that, but like I eat a lot of bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? I eat a lot of bread. I was at the time eating a lot of meat. Like every meal had to have meat, and that's just a weird thing to think that I had to do from someone who went to the left and then came to the right. And another thing that I found really interesting, sorry, like my lips are like super chapped today because I didn't even get to drink as much water as I should have either. Like today was just weird. I was just in a weird emotional state. And I think it was just a day that I had to realize how terrible I am and how self-destructive I am with my body. You can see I've had bed hair like literally all day. But another thing I found really interesting is while watching it, these people say some really sad things, like that are very truthful, but then you realize that no one who's actually watching gives a fuck. Like, some of these people sound like they're crying out for help, like they don't want to do this. Most of them I feel like they do it because that's what they know to do on YouTube, and this is how they want to make an income. And now that, you know, it seems like since a lot of people are staying home, a lot of people are watching these types of videos as well. So I feel like they're following a trend to their self-destruction. But like listening to some of them, like this one guy was just like, I'm so disgusting. Why do you guys watch me? Like, oh my God, this is so sad. This like, but not all the time. It's not a consistent thought process, but it's like an interjection. And it was just really sad to think that so many people are literally subscribing to people killing themselves. Like these people are genuinely killing themselves the way they're eating. 20,000 calories in one sitting. Not even from you're eating McDonald's. Like you're eating food that literally they cut corners to make value. When you know a dollar cheeseburger, you're eating multiple of them. Like I get the need for fast and cheap, especially if that's all you can afford. But obviously, if you can buy this much of it, you could probably buy some other type of food, an upgrade. It don't even gotta be a restaurant, just an upgrade. Upgrade your life. But I thought that was really interesting because he wasn't the only person that kind of had those like weird interjections or voices where they were just like, this is disgusting. I can't believe you guys watch this. I hate myself. I feel blah, blah, blah. I guess that was kind of sad. I guess it was also sad to me because I've had those line of thoughts eating too. When I'm in a binge mode. Because I do, I guess, yeah, it's overeating. It is its own eating disorder. I think people forget that is an eating disorder, and now in America, well, you know, it started in Asia. It really started in Korea, but it's made its way over here, and we have created a whole culture of watching people self-destruct and just like, you know, oh my God, I love you so much. Oh, I was just finished eating, and now that I'm watching you, I'm hungry. Like literally, because it's fucking empty chatter. That's all it is. People don't give a fuck about you. They don't. And anytime you see anyone commenting on it, like there's a few people I've seen commenting on just asking them to stop. Like, can you stop? Can you not do this? I wish you loved yourself. Like, and everyone bandwagon is like, it's not your life, blah, blah, blah. Because everyone, and the perfect example of this is, it's not Black Balloon. You want me to kill myself. None of them months more than pain I felt. What is that song? Kurt Cobain, by Denzel Curry. That's what it reminded me. It's just like, people don't care what the fuck you going through. They really don't. Like, they'll sit here and watch you eat yourself into a coma. There's a whole place called Heart Attack Grill. Like, people have been wheeled out on stretchers from there. And people still seek to find that thrill or enjoyment. It just made me realize, like, God, food is supposed to keep me alive, and I just have such a weird relationship with it. And it's all emotionally based. And it's really no one's job to remind you or motivate you or make you do better. But I don't know, just seeing them kind of cry out for help, but no one really truly hearing, because it's YouTube and people are really just there scrolling, and you truly can't get the help you want. So it just made me really sad for them. Kind of sad for our culture as a whole, and then mainly sad for myself. That I was trying to hurry up so that I could eat some ramen. Mukbang style. What? Mukbang style. That's what it is. Mukbang. It's just such parallels, and I think people think when people make decisions, they're always coherent of the shadows that are attached to them, but sometimes we're truly not. And in a culture that cheers on damn near anything, you can establish yourself within that. So I will say, regardless if I did choose not to eat today for whatever freaking reason, I still found value in what I was doing today. I found value. And like, it just rang true what my dad was saying. Like I'm watching these people like grow as they're watching different videos. And one, people don't seem to care as much when skinny people do the same thing. You know, it's cute when they do and it's adorable. But when overweight people do it, obviously people are offended. And I think it's just no one realizes that both are very damaging. Like, just because you can't see the effects. But a lot of people have high metabolism, but doesn't mean their body's not having the same effects. Doesn't mean they're not going to suffer from heart disease, you know, diabetes, high cholesterol, you know, all that jazz. So that was the first thing I noticed. But once my dad said this, and I've been thinking about that since I left home. Well, left not home, but his home. As a creator, you truly only have control from the neck down. Everything else is intelligence. Everything else is its own nature. Your body literally takes whatever you consume and makes it into something, whether it's energy, whether it's fat, you know, whether it's cancer, whether it's cholesterol. It takes whatever you consume, and through its own intelligence and truly training, this is terrible lighting, training in literally how you choose to eat. You can see all of the detox. I also did, my face is never like this, but this whole detox, it's been like crazy. I just finished my enema a little earlier, so it could be that too. I'm such a face person. Like, not my face, anything. Like my hair, not my face. But like, your body truly has the intelligence to it, and that intelligence can work for you or against you. And I've realized that, you know, we say things like, I can eat one thing and gain 5 pounds, or I can eat all day and gain nothing. And it's like, it's not even fucking you. It's just your body and how it operates. And have you figured out and aligned with yourself enough to know what best works for your body? Because if you're not, then you are just destroying yourself. And that's why, like, people keep saying, oh, there's an increase of cancer, there's an increase of obesity. I think when I was a kid, obesity was almost 50% of America. Now it's damn near 60, almost 70%. Like, and we just keep increasing. And watching those two, I also realized how often they advertise food as well. So it's just like a double whammy. And I do have sympathy for people who are overweight in general because of how food is genetically modified. Like, yes, it is a form of self-control. Yes, it's will. Yes, it's spirit. But when you understand that people are targeting taste buds, they are producing food to create cravings, then you get to see the whole picture. It's a full circle. It's not that easy. So I get it. I get why you're addicted. I get why you like tacos. Cause I do too. And I've had to address that and not having it. I've been like a grump. I've been like what people who don't do drugs are like when they don't do drugs. That's what I've been feeling like. For these last 2 days. Like the first few days, like I said, I knew it was just hype. I knew it was all hype. I wasn't even gonna lie to myself like that. I knew it. But I don't know, day 6, day 7, I was not feeling it. I'm still not, you know. I'm excited to see Monday because that means I only have 2 more days, but I was not excited. I knew it was all hype. Day 3 was the turning point, but it was informative. Like, I'm also one of those people. I also watch my 600-pound life. I kind of watch things like that to be like, if you don't stop, get your life in shape, this could be you. You love food this much too. Like, you mindlessly eat. And then I think was my main point because I'm kind of rambling, but it's not even about the love of food at that point. It's just mindless consumption. Like, these people's eyes roll back. They're not even there. Some of them look like spirits are attached to them. They haven't addressed half the reasons why they want to do mukbang. I can't get it right. Because if that's something that's your niche, cool. But like, why is you have multiple videos? That means you're doing this multiple times a day. That means I just can only imagine. This one guy literally said that he stopped being vegan because his sugar levels while eating a whole, like, 3 chicken sandwiches, fries, 8 pieces of dark meat. I think he had something else. But like, just saying that alone. But he was talking about his sugar levels. And I think people don't realize that salt converts the same way in your body. So it can be high sugar or high salt. Either one, they're both pretty bad, especially if you're not doing an iodine type salt. In most places, they don't have any salt that has any nutritional value. It's literally just a taste. It's literally a dulled down version of MSG. I remember, like, so many people were dying at buffets when we were younger, having heart attacks, having strokes because they were at Chinese buffets and they were just using MSG. But we've made a culture behind it, and that's just kind of sad because then it makes you realize how wasteful we are. And that's all I can think about. There's so many people around the world that are hungry, and like 1/8 of what you ate, damn near 1/10 of what you ate, would have sufficed them for a few days. They would have been happy. But we applaud the 7 deadly sins in this new reality. And I almost got lost in the currents. I almost got lost in the sauce myself. Like, I was gone for a while, y'all. I'm not going to say I was eating like that because I definitely wasn't. And I'm not going to pretend like I was anywhere close to that. But for me and my intelligence, the neck down, that wasn't working. I knew it. The intelligence told me what I needed, and I just kind of decided I knew what we needed. So it was a lie I didn't. But that's really all I have on day 7 of my I'm surviving vegan detox. I watched videos and starved myself today. But tomorrow I do plan on getting back on eating at the time frames. Like I said, I do get really full because it's like large quantities. Like the prune juice is like 32 ounces. Like that's how much came out of it. And I was like, that's a lot. I see why though, because every time after the mucus, like today, majority of what came out of my body was sheer mucus. That's all it was. Not to be gross, but every time we do the mucus buster, it seems like that and then the prune juice and then the citrus and then the enema, like. And honestly, I'm probably also going through a lot of things because I've been having weird dreams too. Like my body's being riled up, so a lot of energy within my body. Just like, the reason why you clean your space is to get all the dirt and grime and stuff like that, because those things hold energy in. Before you do any spiritual work in that space, you just want to make sure all old energy is gone. That's why innately we are, moved to clean. Same thing with like in your body, like riling up all that old energy that's just been there, old mind, old thought forms attached to them, old frequency, the old things I'm not trying to do, which is the main reason I'm sticking with it. And I have not given up because I know that a lot of the adversity that I'm facing right now is just, that's coming out of me. And so, like, before they go, they're like, are you sure you don't need me? Because I'm here if you need me, girl. And I don't. I'm good off of it, for real. So, yeah. But tomorrow is a new day to try better, be better, and the countdown for the realness. Because I'm kind of, again, like I said, really excited to get back into, like, chemistry on this level where I'm actually, like, making foods. But, like, I think it's, like, stuff like, now that I don't have eggs, I have to find other ways to bind. So it's like, oh, I can use bananas, but bananas might throw this off. So let me use, like, flax seeds. But flax seeds have a very different taste. So I'm going to use chia. See? It's just, like, stuff like that is entertaining to me. I'm an air sign, so I like mental workouts. So that was, like, my favorite part about being vegan, honestly. Was I had to figure, it was like a challenge, oh, this didn't taste this good. Like, man, if I should have added mushrooms to this. I should have added onions to that. Cilantro would have, beefed that shit up, But we're here now. We're learning. We're loving. We're growing. If you like this content and you would like some more, please do not forget to throw me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I'll see you when I see you. Can't believe, look how far we've fallen down. My